Hello, friends of TikTok. This is my first time going live. I hope it comes through well, and just want to say thank you for all the followers, um, and for the connection so far on this app. As you may know, I don't follow anyone. I just come on and I share my messages daily. So if they resonate, I'm glad. And again, just thank you for seeing me. And if you'd like to get into further contact with me, um, off TikTok is best. Don't send me a message, send me an email, and I'll do my best to get back to you. My email is Raileigh at consciouslifestylecoaching.com. And I'm also on the other apps: YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. YouTube, I have longer messages, so all these little shorts are actually clips from my longer daily spiritual messages. And just a brief introduction, my name is Raileigh Easterling. I am the founder of Conscious Lifestyle Coaching. I consider myself a soul guide, a spiritual guide. I'm an oracle, I'm a writer. So my style with offering guidance is a little bit more hands on, a little bit more direct. When I meet with someone, I spend a session with you, and then I hand personally write to you via email your personal guidance, conscious business advice, and handwrite oracle affirmations for you, and so much more. I have many offerings coming up, workshops, and coaching portals. So take your time to get to know me on this app, and I hope to hear from you. I love emails where you share your story and just update me where you are on your path. And these messages are for those on the paths of self development, healing, and spirituality. So, in this message, as I get warmed up to TikTok lives, I just want to share a message from my book, Phoenix Medicines: A Transformative Journey Through Consciousness. It's an oracle style book. It's filled with short messages, short stories, affirmations, prayers, and you can flip to any part in the book and it will resonate with your spirit for the day. And today's message, it is Solo Traveler. So I'm going to break it down for you a little bit, and if the book interests you, it's available on Amazon. Um, and you can visit my website to purchase it, or go to my publisher Otter Pine's website and purchase it from there. So again, today's message is called Solo Traveler. I am allowed to focus on my own energy, not the energy of others around me. Each individual person has their story they are dealing with in the present moment. And when I am alone with the only story happening within myself, I am put in a place to confront my own mind, emotions, and even health. So, this message today, Solo Traveler, it may be a call for you to, kind of separate yourself from other people, go into hermit mode, maybe make some choices where you're committing further to yourself. And that may be a very uncomfortable journey for you. Or if you've been someone who's been in hermit mode for a while, you've been kind of on the solo path, maybe some spiritual sabbatical, this may be your calling to actually end that journey and to perhaps not separate yourself, but dive a little bit further into the unions that are waiting for you, and to stay and to linger and to endure. And as you come in, I'd love to hear who you are, where you're listening in from, and just thank you again for connecting here today. So I'm reading from my oracle book, Phoenix Medicines. The message today is called Solo Traveler. So the question is there peace or is there fear inside of me? Is there fear inside of you, or is there peace? And this is going to help you determine which path you're going to go on. A lot of us may be feeling some turbulent energy within ourselves, so that's why we may have to separate ourselves from other people right now. And I made some notes today about, if you feel discomfort about committing to yourself, making decisions in which, people may not understand. There's specific programming and conditioning that comes along with that. So we're going to address that when I finish the passage today. And if you're here, just thank you. Um, so let's just take a moment to meditate on, are we sitting in peace or in fear? And hopefully, by the time you end this live with me or you watch this video later on YouTube, uh, you're able to release some of that fear of going down the path of soul, taking the road right now in which it's going to ask you to separate yourself from safety or what's comfortable, and it may not make sense to you at first. And if you're here, I'd love to hear from you as well. So when you are alone, you have no choice but to actually feel, even that which we would rather suppress. In other words, you may become mindfully and meditatively aware of your current state of being. Taking time for yourself is not selfish. In fact, it can be quite the opposite. Solitude forces you to self heal, to make changes in negative thought patterns, toxic behaviors, poor habits, and ill health, to embody compassion, love, and faith in yourself. So, again, this is from Phoenix Medicines. Is your energy influencing others in love or in fear? So, after we take our daily moment in life to ask, am I afraid today? And many of us are. There's a lot of unknown right now. There's a lot of chasing things. Maybe you feel you can't keep up with things in life. And when you feel that burnout, when you feel you just never catch up in life or feel a sense of peace, that is when you should actually take a step back. There's nothing outside of ourselves that should have that kind of control over our nervous system and our minds. So if you are a highly self-aware person, the next question we ask ourselves is, what is my impact on other people right now? What is my energy radiating? Because it matters. The next question, am I in alignment with my highest potential to achieve my goals and be of service to others? When we are stuck in that fight or flight, and many of us are, that's just how it is right now, um, especially with how fast paced everything is moving with technology and in the world. The question is, not it's separating ourselves from what do I need right now? How can I chase something? How can I accomplish something? And just simply asking the question, how can I serve love to someone else today? And that way we separate ourselves from that fear-based lack poverty mentality. Each and every one of us is gifted with so much medicine. Many of us come here with specific gifts. And sometimes the world convinces us, it beats us down over time and says our gifts don't matter, that we have no soul. And slowly we start selling ourselves to another timeline, another life that isn't ours. And that's why we end up with so much suffering. But it's really all an illusion. So in the book I wrote, fill yourself up with so much light that your brightness can't help but make others shine too. Generate love to the universe from the inside out. So many of us pray and hope and meditate on the love and the money that we want. But instead, let's meditate on the love from within. What am I offering that comes so easily and naturally to me? I don't have to think about it. I just have to be my most authentic self, and that energy is felt and it makes an impact. So, the more spiritual you are, and this channel is going to be for highly spiritual people, the more you recognize that the unseen dimensions are actually what's more of the most powerful energy of the universe. We stop caring so much about the material things, the money, our physical looks. And I just end the passage with love you, love others, and love the universe. It's actually all one and the same anyway. So for us on the conscious path, it's a never ending unfoldment of discovering how deeply connected we are to each and every one of us, that there is no separation, that God, the universe, is with us always. And so therefore anything is possible. So I'm going to end this live with kind of 3 topics to continue meditating on until we speak again. The first being analyzing how often we people please. I had this awakening a couple years ago when I first started my solo traveling journey, right? Packing up everything and leaving. And that's really who this message is resonating with. It's for someone if you feel afraid to walk alone, you feel afraid to make that choice. It's going to isolate you from everything you know. That's who I'm speaking to. And if that doesn't resonate, again, maybe I'm speaking to someone who's already passed through that and now it's time to stay and kind of root to somewhere. But either way, it's this people pleasing mentality that kind of locks us into doing things to serve other people, but it's not coming from a place of integrity. It's not coming from a place of genuine love. If you are a people pleaser, it is likely, maybe you've experienced trauma or something, but you're people pleasing in order to protect yourself. So it's really out of fear, not love at all. And sometimes we ignore how real that is and how unloving it really is, not just to yourself, but to other people, because people feel that energy. They feel how insecure you are. And so you keep serving and giving and giving and giving, and it ends up uh, emptying your soul. Nothing ever comes to fruition. People don't love you. People keep disappointing you. And then you sink into this victim mentality and you stop feeling empowered in life. You feel alone. You feel isolated. You feel nothing's ever going to turn out well for you. And it's because you're giving too much. You're trying too hard. And it's a survival mechanism. You serve and you please other people in order to protect yourself. You're saying, I'm going to help you, I'm going to love you, I'm going to serve you, so you just don't hurt me. And that was a huge thing for me to come to terms with, especially as a young adult and a young woman. So it's something that we address by doing less, and again, focusing on the self. So if I'm speaking to someone, whether you're a woman or just someone who just wants a peaceful life, you seek a peaceful life. There's nothing more that you want than to just be in your body, have a good life, keep it simple. But chaos just seems to follow you. Take a step back and do nothing. Focus on yourself. It's a critical time in your life that each and every one of us has to take often. It's not a complete lifestyle, but it's a choice, it's a portal to say, I'm going to walk away from many things in life right now and focus on how spirit is guiding me, how my soul is guiding me. And that means you're going to have to fight some mental scripts. And that leads me to my second point for tonight. Do you have the courage to prioritize yourself? And that actually does take so much courage to do this. So let's take a moment to bring into awareness right now as I'm speaking. What are the mental stories and scripts that are continuing to haunt you, that are surrounding you right now in your mind? As you think about what you really desire to walk away, to distance yourself from someone or something. So, what are the scripts that are surrounding self love and self care that are blocking you from achieving this type of sabbatical? And it can be very spiritual. It is a walk with the divine, with your soul, with God. Maybe you've been told by other people that it is selfish to focus on yourself. Maybe you've been told, um, um, yeah, just, you started focusing on yourself. You thought you were doing the right thing, and people you love, and you took their opinions to heart, and they said you were selfish. And so from that day on, moving forward, you thought it was more humble for you to focus on other people and not yourself. And that has catalyzed years and years and years, decades, some of us, into, again, that disempowered place where we lose our hope and faith in ourselves and in life, and life just sucks and we sit in misery. It's because someone took that power away from you, and we allowed it because we trusted them. So this can happen very young. So if this is resonating so far, this is a call to bring your power back and to have the courage to prioritize yourself. And if the mind, the ego says it's selfish, keep pushing it away And eventually, as you continue to make choices for you and your soul and what the divine is telling you to do, that voice will quiet and a more empowered, loving voice is going to step in. And it's going to take some practice. Maybe even told you're not competent enough to live a certain lifestyle that you're dreaming of right now. So if you're still here, this is the message from your higher self, your spiritual team right now. They need you to hear that you are you were born, you were destined for whatever vision and sole purpose that you have been meditating on for many, many, many years. This is not just an impulse for you. This is something that um, it, it is you. It's your soul. It's something that you think about every single day. And if it came to you through vision or dreams and prayer, then it's something you can't ignore. And that's kind of the itch. That's the annoying part about being soul called, having a spiritual awakening. You can't ignore it. It's a knocking at the door of your heart and your soul. And it gets louder and louder and louder and louder over time. Eventually, you'll have a choice in your life to say yes to it. But oftentimes we wait in the doorway of our highest destiny because we don't feel competent enough. Because again, there was a voice, whether it was yourself or someone you trusted, said, uh, harm will come to you if you walk this alone. You need me. You can't do it alone. And again, those are projections by other people who felt they needed you. So what does that say? If someone needed you so much they convinced you that you were powerless to be by yourself, that tells you right now you are already a powerful being and that you are competent and that this destiny that you're envisioning is for you and you're going to be successful. It's just going to take time. That's a whole other video, um, especially if you've been soul journeying for a while. And I do offer support for those who are on the path. You can learn more about my services and offerings at my website. And lastly, maybe you just don't commit to your higher self because you're afraid of being perceived as lazy. Because I guarantee you, each and every one of us who has a dream, um, a vision, it's it's lighter. It's the promise of God, of the divine, to say, I want to live a peaceful, easy life. I want to work less but make more impact. I want money to flow to me easily. I want love to surround me all the time. And so we think, oh, I can't have that because I'm lazy. I have to suffer. I have to endure for a very long time before I can receive those things. And yes, on this path, we will endure. We will experience some type of suffering, but it doesn't mean we're lazy to want these things or to actively pursue these things. Oftentimes, if you're spiritually activated, you're someone who, you radiate health, you radiate peace and joy and happiness. When people think, oh, you don't work hard enough. How did you get what you have? Your life must be so easy. It's your looks or whatever people perceive. But we have to ignore those mental scripts. So again, the message today is have the courage to prioritize yourself. You're not lazy, you're not incompetent, and you're not selfish. So if no one told you that, I'm telling you that. And your spiritual team channeling through this message is reminding you. And may they always remind you every day moving forward. So, lastly, my message for you all is um, you've been developing a karmic savings account. So, maybe you are someone who's been living very humbly. If you resonate with the message I shared earlier about the solo traveler, think about what that means. So, I'm a backpacker. You take very little with you. You take one outfit. You know you're not going to shower for a while or eat your favorite meals, but you're going to be journeying through the wilderness. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be uncomfortable. So when you take that vibration into daily life of living minimally, living very humbly, close to the earth, grounded, uh, you have specific values and morals you've been committing to. And because you've done that, maybe you're someone who You may not be very rich. Maybe you haven't had a successful date yet. Maybe you've been single for a while and you want divine love. Maybe you just, there's something that you really want, but you have been choosing to commit to your ethics, your values, your morals. And so maybe you haven't been blessed yet with your divine inheritance, but this message today is just reminding you you've been storing up your karmic savings account, and it will be very divine timing in your life when all the good deeds you've done, because of all the choices you've made when even no one was watching, you will receive everything that God, the divine source, great spirit source, the universe has for you. It will be in divine timing. So trust in that. And as you continue to surrender the material wants, the the day you stop caring is when you're going to receive, and it's going to continue to catapult you on the specific roadmap that you need to get to. Again, your divine inheritance that everybody has when you're activated on your soul path. You're serving your life purpose. It's very humble at first. It can be very cringy at first, but it is worth pursuing, it is worth committing to, and this is the reminder. All right, so that is my message to you. That was a little taste of who I am and what Conscious Lifestyle Coaching is about. I look forward to coming live here on TikTok, and if you're watching later, especially on YouTube, just thank you so much again for being here. Thank you for the follows, the subscribes. I love your comments. Send me an email anytime. I'd love to hear your story. Um, Continue to like, comment, share, and stay connected on this journey. Wishing you peace and blessings. I'll see you in the next live or next video.